Hey, Boris, are you there? I just wanted to talk to you a little about this month's budget for the house. We're about $700 short from where we normally are, but do you have any idea where that money might be? Or did I make a mistake in my math?
No, it sounds like your math. No, it sounds like your math is spot on. I was just thinking that we should start thinking about saving money, so I set aside the money. I mean, we do want to buy a real house one day, and we have kids. That isn't going to be cheap either. So I figured that we could afford to cut back by about that much, right? Besides, don't you think we've been living a little too lavishly lately?
I completely understand wanting to save money, but I don't know about living lavishly. I mean, I'm already working really hard to save money everywhere we can with the money you were giving me already. And I was putting whatever was left into a savings account anyways.
I know, but I was talking to some guys at the office about our finances, and they said our savings were quite low for where they should be at our age.
Really? Did they think so? But we barely even spend money on things like eating out.
I know, but apparently we can't even do that anymore. So let's just cook all of our meals for the time being, okay? I mean, it's not like that we just need to make sure that we're always thinking of ways to save money from here on in. That means electricity, gas, transportation, and even eating out.
I understand that, I guess. Although, I wonder if it would be possible to downgrade our phones to save a little there as well.
Well, I really need my smartphone for work, and I actually make sure to use my data for productive things.
I guess I can do that. But what about food? I feel like it's the most difficult one. Because, no offense, but you're a very picky eater. You hate getting the cheaper store brand items, and you always insist on having fresh vegetables and fruit.
Yeah, well, I think that might change if we were really cooking for ourselves every single day. Then I might come around to eating cheaper stuff.
Well, okay then, if that's what you want. I'll make sure to buy more things so that we can cook at home more.
Got it. Just make sure that you're not buying anything that we don't really need, okay? And then, if you had any money left, I guess you can keep it to spend on yourself.
I wonder if there's really even going to be anything left.
Well, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you're a housewife and it's your job to keep the house in order. So just try and do your best with all of this, okay?
I promise that I will, but if you want me to cook more, then please don't complain about what I serve you.
It's fine. I hear all the time about wives make $500 last a whole month. And that's for the kid too.
Wow, really? I feel like you'd have a really hard time feeding a family of 3 for a whole month on just $500.
Exactly, but we don't even have kids, so 500 should be more than enough for you.
I get that, but do you realize that would mean we would have to cut back on some of the other items, you know? For example, I know you like to keep a case of beer in the fridge, but I don't think that would be able to fit in the food budget.
Got it. Well, I can pay for those kinds of things myself, so nothing to worry about there.
Wait a second, so you would still spend money on stuff like that? Are you saying that you're not going to be cutting back like I am?
Look, Lana, the fact of the matter is that I work every single day, you know? So I think I deserve to treat myself now and then when I come home.
I guess that is true, but I feel like I'm the only one who is being asked to spend less here.
And that's exactly why you need to make sure that you do a really good job of it. Plus, if you do, then you can keep whatever's left over.
Right. Well, I guess I can try to do this if you say so, Boris.
Perfect. I'm glad that you and I could talk all of this out. Also, I'm going to be coming home around 11 tonight, okay?
Okay. Well, what do you want me to do about dinner?
You can just make something light for me and leave it in the fridge if that's all the same.
Got it. And would you mind if I just left you some kind of prepackaged something in the fridge to eat, since you'll be coming home so late?
What, are you kidding me? No, you need to cook me something from scratch. Just because we're trying to save money doesn't mean that you can go and get all lazy on me. Just think of something good and cook it for me, okay?
Hey, Boris. So, I was looking at the household budget account, and you only put in $300 this time. Please tell me that there is some kind of mistake here.
No, $300 sounds about right. I only put that much in there.
But I mean, how do you expect us to live off of so little? I don't even know how we're going to cover the utilities and food with just this.
Well, on the bright side, I'm paying for my own cell phone bill, so you don't have to worry about that.
That is good, yes, but this still just isn't enough money to get by. Can't you at least put in another $50 or $60 for food?
I don't know about that. You see, I was reviewing everything that you spent money on last month, and there were quite a bit of needless expenses.
I really don't think that's true. I've been trying so hard to make sure that we're always only getting what we need.
Well, I just felt like you were spending way too much on groceries.
But I was only doing that because you told me to save money by cooking at home more. And ever since then, you've been giving me my list of things that you want to eat, so I've been going out and buying them.
I get that, but the fact of the matter is that it's your job to figure out how to cut corners on those things. I mean, just how many times a week are you going to the supermarket already? You need to start going to the cheapest of the cheap stores. Do you understand me?
I'll be sure to do that from here on out.
What the heck was that purchase I saw for flowers? What do we need flowers for?
Well, there was someone at my work retiring, so I wanted to buy those as a gift. But they were just $10.
And that was $10 that could have gone towards food or utilities or things that we actually need.
But this coworker has always been really nice to me, so I wanted to do something kind for them.
Well, that's not the only issue that I'm seeing here. I mean, what's with all this stuff for your period and painkillers and stuff? Do you really spend $20 on pads and aspirin?
Well, I know how I got my stomach aches, and of course I'm going to buy sanitary pads. Why wouldn't I do that?
I really don't even know what to say. Pads are one thing, but you are not going to waste all your money because you get tummy aches now and then.
Boris, you can't really mean that, right?
Of course I mean that. In fact, I don't even know why you need pads. Everyone knows that you only need pads if you're working outside of the house. You using them is just a waste of money and paper. Just wad up a rag and put it down there.
You did not seriously just tell me to do that, did you?
Oh, did you not read the text that I just sent? Of course I did. It's a waste of money otherwise. You need to learn how to live within a budget I give you, even if it's just $300 a month.
What if I just went out and got a job and doubled our income instead?
Well, that would be a good idea except for one little detail. If you worked, then who would take care of the house?
Well, I was thinking that we could both work and both split the chores.
No. I didn't marry you so that you could work. I married you to have a housewife. I do the working, you do the cleaning. It's that simple.
If you really prefer it that way, then fine. But don't tell me what kind of sanitary pads I do or don't need. I'm already working really hard to save money everywhere that we can, while you are still talking about getting paid for things that you want with your own money.
Look, I know that it's tough, but let me tell you about my mom. Until she married her current husband, she was basically just working odd jobs all while I was in middle school. We almost never had any money at all. And my mom made sure to work so hard that I never even noticed how poor we were until I was older. And she did that by spending less and doing things at home more.
And I think it's amazing that your mom worked so hard for you when you were younger. But I don't think that the same story applies to me.
Of course it does. My mom can do all of that, then so can you. You really are spoiled, do you know that? You get to stay in our nice house all day cooking meals for your husband while I'm the one who has to go out for work.
I really don't think that I have it as nice as you seem to think that I do.
Ugh. I just really can't talk to you if all you're going to do is argue with me like this.
Wait, what? How am I the bad guy in all of this?
Because I am the one who works, so I'm the one who earns money around here. Your job as a housewife is to just take care of the house and make sure that things are running with the budget that I give you. So if I give you $300 for this month, it's your job to make it work. If you need more money, you can write up a page on why you need it, and I'll make the decision if you actually do.
Hello, Ivanka? I'm sorry that it's been so long since the two of us last talked.
Oh, Lana, what a lovely surprise. How are you? It's not often that I hear from my daughter-in-law.
Well, I actually kind of wanted to talk to you about Boris.
Oh no, what's my son gotten up to now?
The thing is that last month he told us that we would have to start trying really hard to save money.
I see. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se.
Me neither. But last month he cut the household budget by $700. And this month he told me that I would only be allowed to spend $300.
Wait, he's only giving you a budget of $300?
Yeah, not only that, but he made me go and trade in my phone for a cheap model. He's actually done a bunch of stuff to try and make me cut back my spending.
After all that, he still expects you to be able to run a household with only $300? I mean, that would barely even be enough to cover the utilities, right? How do you afford food with so little money?
I honestly don't know how I've managed to stretch this little money out so far.
That's just horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lana.
You know, he even told me that I shouldn't be wasting money on things like pads for my period. I know that's a bit personal, but it's true. I've tried talking with Boris about this, but he just doesn't seem to listen to me at all. I was wondering if you think you could talk to him for me.
Of course. I'll try and speak to him and set this all right. Even if the two of you are having money troubles, cutting your budget by that much is just excessive.
Sorry, what do you mean by that? You think we're having money problems?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it isn't any of my business, but Boris told me about it. I heard about how you got scammed not too long ago.
Wait, hold on. Boris told you that I was scammed out of money not that long ago? I don't know what to say, except that simply isn't true.
Oh, really? He told me that an old friend reached out to you asking for you to invest in her idea, and then she ran away with all of your money. I even heard you were in rather deep debt because of it.
No! Nothing like that has happened at all. This is the first I'm even hearing about this.
But then, what about the money that I've been sending you both every month?
You've been sending us money? I didn't know about that either.
Of course I have. I've been supporting Boris with $1,000 a month. I started making the payments about 3 months ago, in fact. Boris said he needed the help in paying down your debts.
Well, this is the first that I'm hearing about any of this.
So then, you're telling me that Boris was lying to me?
I'm very, very sorry to say, but I think he may have been lying to the both of us. He told me that he wanted to put away more money for the future, and that's why we had to cut back on spending.
I think I will need to do a little more digging around for this.
Of course, that's entirely okay. I'm also going to look into what Boris might be trying to hide from me.
Please do that. I think we both need to get to the bottom of this.
Hey, Lana, where are you right now? I just got back home, but there's not even dinner ready and waiting for me. What's going on?
If you're going to be coming home this late, then maybe you should just eat out for dinner.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Wait a second. You're buying pads again, aren't you? What is the matter with you? I thought I told you to quit wasting our money on those. Why don't you ever listen to what I tell you?
I will have you know that as a woman, these are things I need. And I certainly don't need someone who doesn't have a period telling me how I should handle it.
What I said was that only working women need them. You're just a housewife, and so you don't. I mean, it's not like you're leaving the house except to go shopping. Also, why haven't you replied this toilet paper? I thought I told you to start doing that from now on.
You really are just such a jerk, do you know that? I never want anything to do with you again, son.
Son? Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? You're not my mother.
Actually, Boris, this is your mother. I'm sitting here with Lana right now, and she just passed me her phone to talk to you. Now, would you care to explain just what you think you're doing?
Wait, Mom? Is that really you?
That's right. The same mom who raised you all by herself since you were in middle school. But let's get down to business. Lana told me about how you've been giving her a budget of just $300 for the whole month.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm paying the rent and for my phone.
And that's only because you have enough money to do all that, don't you? But you must know there's no way this is sustainable for Lana, right?
But all my coworkers were talking about how much money they save every month, and so I just didn't want to fall behind other people my age.
That is them. You should worry about taking care of your own family in the way that they need to be taken care of. And if you think that you can pay for utilities, food, and whatever other costs might come with a house which is $300, you're out of your mind.
But fine, okay, fine. I'll give Lana a little more money if you just stop being mad at me.
You think that's going to make me not mad at you anymore? I've been giving you $1,000 a month. Not only that, but you told me that Lana was scammed out of a huge amount of money. But I asked her about it, and she didn't have a single clue.
Okay, yes, you're right. The truth is that I was the one who got scammed. And I was too embarrassed to tell you or Lana, so I just blamed it on her.
Oh, please. You think I don't know that's a lie as well?
It's not a lie, it's really true.
Oh, just give it a rest already. I already know that you're seeing another woman behind Lana's back. You spent all the money I give you on her. She's the reason you've been coming home so late recently. Well,
No, it's not like that at all. Of course I'm not seeing anyone.
oh please, just give it up. I already know the truth. I hired a private investigator to look into you, and now I have a mountain of evidence. I've told Lana all about it.
Okay, you caught me. I'm really, really sorry about all of this.
I'm not the one that you should be apologizing to right now, Boris. You owe Lana that, and so much more.
You're right.
Boris, it's Lana again. Do you even know what I'm about to say to you?
Lana, I'm so sorry about all of this. I never meant to trick you, but I really wasn't cheating on you. She was just a friend. I'll give you more money every month, I swear.
I don't want your money, Boris. I want a divorce. I can't stand living with you any longer.
Wait, what? You can't be serious about that, right?
Of course I am. I don't care what connection you had to this lady. You tried to make me save up money so you could spend more time with her. You lied to your mom and I both about how much money you had, and you scammed us out of money, labor, and our trust in you. I could never continue being your wife after this, especially with how condescending you are. Don't you realize that you're nothing without me? I think you did, and that's why you try to keep me in the house and prevent me from doing anything at all. Well, I don't care what excuses you have left. I want a divorce, and that is that. Be on the lookout for a call from my lawyer. After that, Boris and I only met one more time to sign the divorce papers and finalize the whole process. Thanks to Ivanka having my back and being furious with her son, it all went smoothly. And after it was done, she announced that she would be cutting Boris completely out of her life. Not only would she stop sending him money every single month, but she said that she never even wanted to talk to him ever again. In the process of the divorce, the evidence Ivanka collected of Boris's affair was enough that I could sue him for infidelity. The final fee was so much that despite all of the savings I did on his behalf, Boris was still forced to take out a massive loan to repay me. Now I hear that he barely has a penny to his name. Certainly not enough money to keep that other woman of his interested in him. Although, that didn't stop him from hanging around outside the bar waiting for her. It took the bar calling the police to patrol the streets and scare Boris off to put an end to that. Afterwards, Boris was humiliated as rumors about his divorce spread across the office. In the end, I heard that he quit his job and moved to a different town to try and start a new life. Now he lives in a shoebox of an apartment, working multiple jobs and barely able to set any money aside for himself. As for me, I've used the money from the divorce to move out of our old house and into a place of my own. I've even started working at a job that I love. It is very nice to be able to spend money on myself again. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.